Hello everybody on a very wet and gloomy day in Gosport. Today, I couldn't help myself. It's on the main road and it's a really different one. It's another Pillbox variant, can you believe it? Look at that. It's probably one that most people have known about, but I've never known about it because I've not really been in this part of Gosport. Really, I've normally sort of been on the opposite side or sort of just around the edges. I've never actually been past this road, which is kind of surprising me. Because behind us, interestingly enough, is the infamous fort, namely Fort Brockhurst. So Fort Brockhurst is there, if you can sort of see that wonderful little fort. However, this somehow interests me more. It's a Pillbox variant. I'm going to tell you about it when we go inside, so let's do it. Come on. Well everybody, I couldn't help myself. When visited down in this area in Gosport, I was amazed to actually find another Pillbox variant that is of unique design and unique shape and standard. Welcome to Gosport, or Fort Brockhurst's Pillbox variant. Let's just say that. So, like we said before, Fort Brockhurst is behind us, and actually this pretty much would be sort of guarding the outer perimeter of it, really. We're in Hampshire, like I said, in Gosport, and this is really an unusual design, really, for a light machine gun post, really. You've got to count the embrasures. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it is a square design. Even the embrasure. Now, I'm going to say something. Depending on whenever videos come out, we made a video in Midhurst where the embrasures were exactly the same as this, and it was a mystery pillbox because it stood out literally on its own in no real context as to why it was there. If you've seen that it's come out before. If you haven't, stay tuned. If not, check out the pillbox playlists where we talk about that one, but it's quite similar to that, except this one is fully square, that one wasn't. And it's open design, as you can see. It has been used, well, I'm not going to show you the floor sort of, but it's, you know, it's actually relatively clean, surprisingly enough, but I think people have been using this for a toilet, let's just sort of say. So like I said, 4 embrasures on 3 of the walls, and then the interesting thing is it's a really shallow or small entrance, about 2 foot wide, and also they noted that this was only built for standard specifications, so bulletproof standard, really. So, believe it or not, the walls aren't really that thick, which is actually remarkable when you think about it. And it's really, really exposed. I mean, you know, hence why it's probably got so many embrasures as it does. But yeah, only for bulletproof spec. But remarkable. Beautiful actually in construction, really. Concrete on top of concrete by the looks of it. Yeah. Really, really interesting. And literally Fort Brockhurst is right behind us. Yeah, very impressive in its own way. Let's just walk around. Not much else to say. I mean, they talk about these ones being used for light machine guns, and yeah, but there's no mountings or any obvious mountings that you would have had for any of these. Normally, like we said before, you'd sometimes see tripod mountings. Again, I'm just going to start talking to myself, everybody, so feel free to ignore what I'm saying or criticise me on sort of saying what I'm wrong. But, you know, rifles are kind of fine on this because you could kind of lean into them a little bit more. But really, for light machine guns, yeah, I mean, you could put them on your arms and put them across, but really there's no obvious sign of where they would have been placed. And it's like weird, really, because you sort of look at this wall's clearly been, for whatever reason, taken away, and so it's like in a, like you're literally sectioned into each little block. And what I mean by that is you're sort of corralled in, so you've got like a quadrant there, if you can sort of see that. So quadrant in there for those two. You've got a little corner here for this little corner, and then the same again as you come round, identical. So that wall should have looked like that wall. But yeah, very cool. And again, a Pillbox variant, another one for the channel. I'm not really saying I'm purposely collecting these by any reason. It's just I find them really interesting, because again, it's like thinking, if you visit this, you can safely say that really design-wise, although there are noted ones that are quite similar to this in Portsmouth just across, really these are variants, and variants by their nature aren't standard ones. So in other words, if you went across the country, it's rare that you would see anything. You might see similar types, like I said, Midhurst, but we're not actually that far away from Midhurst, really, that you're going to see sort of fairly similar. I say you're not far away from Midhurst, but for me, I'm going to say you're not far away from Midhurst, because it's on the way back for me. But yeah, there you go. Another wonderful Pillbox variant. Of course, I'm going to take you outside, but just thought to show you, because he is on the main road. People go past it, drive past it. They probably know, everybody knows it's a Pillbox. But did they know that it was actually a variant, a special one? Guarding Fort Brockhurst. So look, if I take you out, oh dear, there you go. The weather has been totally against me today. So in essence, it's basically a fortified. It looks like a blockhouse, really, or a guardhouse. We'll just walk you around. No, I said this video isn't going to be fancy at all today. I'm just literally just taking you out on one of these mini little adventures to show you something really cool. I kind of like the way that people have coloured these in for whatever reason to make them look pretty. But yeah, could be worse. We've seen many pillboxes and many World War II structures where the graffiti and stuff has been quite, you know, crap. But yeah, I love the way how overgrown that is on that as well. And beautiful embrasures as well. Look at that. I mean, that's just really pretty, isn't it? And we're like literally on the road. You know, we're right in Gosport. We're right in basically the heart of. We're in the heart of Gosport, technically. And like I said, to note that really the only other thing that's here, really, there is a similar type, like I said, but it's in Portsmouth. But it's still a variant, it's still unique. Remarkable. And that's it. Like I said, you did have to, regardless of this mound, you did have to sort of tuck in, and you can sort of see how it's split into like a quadrant there. Remarkable, I love it. And actually, although there are, you know, a few things in there that I didn't really want to focus on, for obvious reasons, it's actually remarkably fairly clean considering. There you go. A wonderful Gosport Pillbox variant. Pretty cool, wasn't it? Well look, any more words of Phoenix history, thank you so much for coming along with me on this wonderful little adventure of a beautiful another little variant. Should you be in Gosport, totally check this one out. I'm sure actually some of you have, but if you have, you've got to understand it's a variant. It's quite special, so treat it as such. Yeah, there you go. Any more words of Phoenix history, thank you so much for coming along with me. Take care everybody, because history matters. Let's just say it does, doesn't it? Ready? Indeed. Kapow.